I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
DMWATS.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
And man, welcome to another episode of DMWATS podcast. Last time I will say this, is good to be back.
It's so good.
So let's get on back into the routine. You guys know what it is, DMWATSpodcast.com. You did go ahead and do your thing, baby. If you're watching us on YouTube, you are missing out on my lovely wife showing where you can find us on all the streaming services. And as usual, Doge to the Moon, AMC, and ding, 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 freaking ding. If you ain't watched Sheba, if you ain't been seeing what's going on with Sheba, you are so wrong. I'm going to tell you right now, Sheba, last I looked, was up, I think it was 74%. Anyway, it's up. Check it out. You guys can find Sheba on Webull. You can find Sheba on crypto.com, KuCoin, now on Coinbase also.
Okay.
Coinbase Pro. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to throw that
I
out
have it
there.
on Webull.
Yeah.
That's where my life stops.
Have it on Webull. But hey, no, seriously, guys, also don't forget you can hit us up, dmwatspodcast@gmail.com. So you got DMWATS that's gmail.com. And then there's also the website, DMWATSpodcast.com.
You can, there's many. And I didn't update the website.
Yep, but we will get into it. Hey, like I said, life got a hold of us. We get back to life. So back to life, back to reality. All right, that was. If you don't know, look it up.
Then you don't know.
Yeah, if you don't know.
Then you're too young.
You're too young.
And you
for it.
need to. Because there was one that dropped today at the grocery store.
What's that?
What was it? And I belted it out. And you
I
didn't
can't
even know
remember.
what
I
it
didn't.
was.
But that's because I don't be knowing until like the chorus hit. Sometimes.
But I am the I can name that song in 2 beats person. I'm that person. Yeah. So I knew what it was and started jamming. And he's like, "What's happening right now?" And then I just belted it out right at the cashier, like in that strategic aisle of everyone can see you. I just started singing. That's
my wife. So it happens.
Gotta find joy.
You do. So what we will say also is that before we go ahead and pull out that fishbowl topic, we got some fun Halloween facts.
We're committed to bringing you fun facts on Halloween.
Yeah. So
for Halloween.
For Halloween. So the whole month of October. So we looked one up and I'm going to read it off and then we're going to go ahead and get right into it.
Yeah.
Once I click on the X, because it's an ad. Anyway, as far as Halloween goes, this holiday dates back more than 2,000 years. Halloween is even older than Christianity itself. It all started as a pre-Christian Celtic festival called Samhain, which means summer's end. Held around the 1st of November, the feast recognized the final day of the fall harvest and spirits crossing over. Since they believed the veil between the living and spirit world were thinnest at that time, people in Ireland, United Kingdom, and northern France used to ward off ghosts by lighting sacrificial bonfires, and you guessed it, wearing costumes. This is from history.com. So it's legit.
It is, legit. And we've always, Halloween was a big deal in my family, and we were raised strict.
Yeah.
Pentecostal.
Yep.
Which is, I don't want to say Christian because Pentecostal is its own thing.
Yeah.
But my great aunt had a witch's house. Mm-hmm. And that's where we would all dress up as witches and hand out candy, or maybe I was E.T. because because I'm old, and and so Halloween was a big deal, and it's something to be celebrated and enjoyed, not something to be feared and condemned. And this is why, if you've been on our Facebook page, because I only posted it to the DMWATS podcast Facebook page, you'll see what we did for Halloween.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff on the DMWATS Facebook page.
The fact that Facebook has been down.
Yeah, but it's back up now. So you'll see on there we did a few things.
And Tom Brady won. Things are going good. It's my birthday week. It's my birthday on Friday.
This sexy lady's birthday is October 8th. Yep. So
Brady showed out at Foxborough, and he did his job.
Yeah, nothing major.
Can't say that for the Patriots, but he did his job.
He did his job. So I will say this: Halloween, this is going to be my first one being able to really truly show out. First time decorating, stuff like that. Because the way I was raised, like you don't celebrate Halloween at all.
Yeah.
But
I'm so sorry.
you know, as I got older, you know, there were different perspectives on certain things, and now.
Hi, my name's Different Perspective. I'll be your host this evening.
Yeah. So, but there's just a different perspective on things, right? It's not everything isn't always just black and white. There's so many different things.
Hence our cups.
Check out our cups. So we switched it up. She was supposed to have that one already because she drinks the dark liquor. I drink the white liquor.
Yeah.
So I got the black one. She got the orange one, right? Yep. Cheers to you guys. If you're listening to us in the morning, thank you and welcome. Where you hopefully you're drinking your coffee while listening to us. So you obviously know if you're listening to us what time it is. It is time for that fishbowl topic.
It's my turn for the fishbowl, and I was just over here thinking about, you know.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. But hey, hey, it's what it is. If you guys are on listening to us on Spotify or any other streaming services, you're missing out on a lot by not checking us out on YouTube too. But check us out.
The fishbowl of anxiety.
The fishbowl of anxiety. So
no whammies.
No whammies. So make sure you guys head on over to DMWATSpodcast.com. Make sure you can check out a lot of these things that we are talking about, judging by the look on my wife's face. Okay. Ooh. Well, that was cool. What you get?
It was, wasn't it? So for those of you that don't know, it bounced off the camera and right into a styrofoam cup.
Yep.
Because what we get like that.
What we get, baby.
What is something you've learned so far in life? Life lessons.
Ooh, life lessons.
Yeah.
Wow. So, wow. We don't have enough time on DMWATS podcast for this one.
What is something you've
learned you learned so far? Life lessons, etc.
Yeah.
I've learned that our dog should not walk behind that couch like he just did.
I've learned that you shouldn't come down here and record a podcast without treats. That's what I've learned.
I heard that because we typically have treats for our dogs. But
you know what? My father used to always say, it's just life, because I was always keyed up and like everything scared me and everything. And he would be like, but I mean, you've got to think of when I grew up too. And you know, the big earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about the 1906 ones, you smart asses out there. Talking about the 1989.
Mm-hmm.
It scared me. I lived in the Bay. Bay Bridge collapsed. That was our thoroughfare. The Nimitz collapsed. That was our thoroughfare. And it just set me on panic for a minute. And so then like he would sit there and go, baby, it's just life. Stop being so serious. And that's so when then the Joker
and Batman,
he's like, why so serious? And I was like, God dang it, Daddy. Because it was this, you know, this is a World War II guy. This is a guy that lived a lot of lives before I was born. He was 50 when I was born. And he had all these lessons and he would laugh. I'd be upset about something and he'd go, it's just life. And I didn't understand it until I got older. And it's like, wow, it is just life. It's just life. And it's okay. It's not rocket science. It's life. So that's what I've learned. It's just life.
Yeah, I think so. There's numerous things that we've learned. I think one of the ones that I've learned is that you can't please everybody. Is that you cannot please everyone. So, and that goes from a perspective from as a parent, as a man, as a human being.
Sure.
You cannot please everyone. No matter what you do, somebody's going to have a problem with it. Somebody's going to have a problem. So, and on that same token, most of us as humans live our life based off the way that other people think that we should. Whether you want to believe it or not.
That's people pleasing.
That, believe it or not, society has put it in your head the way you should live your life. Society and people in the society. Prime example, getting dressed. You'll get dressed and look, because we're calling it out, a lot of people are like, I don't do that shit. You lying. No, I don't do it. No, never.
Everybody gets dressed. What are you talking about?
But I'm saying, let me get it. I wasn't saying that. This is premeditative for what I'm about to say.
Since the emperor has no clothes.
No. So what I'm saying is getting dressed. You may see a shirt like, oh, I can't wear that. People gonna think this. Or this never happens in this house. But I'm just saying in general. Some people like, you'll get dressed and you're like, hey, I'm not gonna wear that. People gonna think this. Hey, look, even me as a prime example, right? I'm a prime example. I can't go out there outside without picking my hair up. Like, I got a bald spot. I ain't scared to admit it, whatever. it's true. It comes with age. It's like, oh, I can't let people, what are people gonna think?
Okay, but you obsessively pick your hair up too.
Okay, but I didn't, the additive didn't need to
You're
be
right.
it. It was like we could have just stayed on topic. Let's bring it on back. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
We'll just stay on topic. Like I said, it's what it is. It happens. But so we talk about that, right? The way you live your life, you can say, no, never. I don't care who like me. Yeah, you do.
You do.
Yeah, you do. You do care, because it's like in one way or shape or form, you will not let, for a prime example, you like, I ain't feel let my child go out like this, go outside looking like this. Looking like what? They hair not done. They, said they can't have this shirt on. They can't have, oh, really? Is it because, isn't the whole point like, okay, your child has clothes on. Oh, but they can't have clothes on that look like this, or they can't have clothes on that aren't from this brand.
No, I broke my parents of that habit.
Yeah, so it's like, hey,
I have pink hair, for Christ's sake. If you guys haven't seen me, I have pink hair. I broke them of that very early on because I wore polka dot and plaid before it was popular.
Yeah, hey, if y'all didn't watch if you didn't watch the ass episode,
Freudian much?
No, you didn't have to watch the ass episode. I meant last episode, but all right. If you didn't watch the last episode, you knew
DMWATS After Dark. The ass episode.
The ass episode.
And it wasn't mine.
If you
y'all be blinded.
I went off there, off of what I was saying is I was about to say, if you didn't watch the last episode, then what I'm about to say next doesn't make sense. It is what it is. So that's what I was about to say. Oh, that's what I was getting at.
Okay, but you're right though. And the thing about people pleasing, it can be a trauma response. It's an abuse thing.
True.
But at the same time, like, you have to learn to please yourself without hurting other people. You can conform. You can be that personality. I'm not. I wear what I want when I want. As you can attest to that, I'm sure. And you got to be careful. You got to be careful.
You got to be careful.
Because if you people please, then it goes into always doing for others, which is fine to a point as long as you're doing for you. If you spend every waking moment speaking to other people and talking to other people and helping other people, when are you learning about you? When are you helping you? When are you developing yourself? So anyways, there's a life lesson. That whole thing though, that learning to not be a people pleaser, because I was. I still am. I'm recovering.
Yeah, recovering
I'm
addict. Recovering addict of pleasing people.
Yes.
But that's the thing though. And that's
it's hard because you lose people.
Right. You lose people because this is a life lesson. If you spend your whole life pleasing people or trying to, make people happy, when you decide to stop and work on yourself, you are now a problem.
You are now an enemy. Enemy number one.
Do things for people. Look, whether you believe in God or you don't, there's a scripture that he says, one of the commandments, like, they ain't commandments. It was just, what do you say? Do unto others as you had them do unto you.
Yeah.
In other words, treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
The problem is that if you do that all the time, a lot of people will take advantage of that.
They take advantage of it.
They take advantage
and
of that.
they view you as weak. People, and that's a life lesson.
It is a life lesson. So
being happy in spite of other people.
Yeah.
There's a song about it. The other day we heard it.
What's that?
With Snoop.
Dim my light. Dim my light. Yeah.
Because that's the truth. Like, if you have a light in you, people will take, certain people, not everybody, but certain people will take your happiness, your zest for life, your everything, your essence. That's what I always call it.
Yeah.
My essence. Why does my essence have to dull? Because you can't get your shit together.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. So I've got to dumb it down or dim it down for you. Don't do that. That's a life lesson I've learned.
And here's a life lesson that may not be for everybody, even her. So, well, no, it's for her too, because I had to learn it, but I had to experience it through you.
What?
Is that there is a huge difference from military life to civilian life.
Whew.
Yeah, now you want to talk about a life lesson. If you were listening to us and you're in the military and you on your way out the door, I'm here to tell you right now, there is a very, very big difference. We have been out of the military officially for 1 year. 1 year. July made 1 year for us of the been out of the military. And it is still a struggle for me to see. She has to continuously tell me, look, That's a military thing. You can't expect that in the civilian
This is
world.
a civilian life. And
Yeah.
he actually, I'm gonna give a thing. An instance that happened.
Yeah.
I won't name names, but something happened. It wasn't right. We knew it wasn't right. I'm a civilian. I've always been a civilian. And so I've never had the military to back me. I've never had like a law office or anywhere I could go. I had to find that stuff on my own. So he's like, well, I'm just going to go up there and make sure they do it.
Yeah.
And this man was like grabbing his keys. And I'm out there shoveling. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting there preaching on the mound with a shovel.
It's like, hey, you can't do that.
And I said,
like, what do you mean I can't do that?
And I kept shoveling. I was like, you cannot do that. You are a civilian. That is harassment.
Yeah.
If you come into my job and tell me how to do it, that's harassment.
Not just that, though.
You okay?
Yeah. Not just that. No, it wasn't. I had to yawn. I didn't want them to see it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, alcohol makes you a little bit tired randomly. Like, we've been outside all day. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what do you want?
The yard work doesn't stop. Life lesson number 3,465. The yard work never stops. And yes, you will care about yard work.
Yeah. The one thing, now here's the thing. There's not enough time for us to talk about how many life lessons. One of the life lessons that, thank you, when she brought up that the yard work don't stop. So life lesson is this. It's all fun and games till you own a house. Truth.
That's another, woo.
Yeah, that's facts. It's all fun and games till you own a house. Look, it's cool to own to rent an apartment. It's cool to rent a house. Because there's a lot of things that the one thing that goes to the one thing that goes to your head that you aren't really, you're not going to repeat it, but it's just something you think, you're like, whatever. It's not my crib. I mean, it's not really my house. So it's like, I ain't finna do all this. I ain't finna trim this.
You're not gonna paint that. You're not gonna fix this.
I ain't finna do this. No, that ain't my problem.
Rotted board. I don't care.
Now, look, this is to all those people that love to post on Facebook. Thank Lord Jesus for his blessings. Just got my first home. Okay, you. Hey,
I want to talk to you in about 5 years.
I'm gonna hit you up in about.
I want to see how much.
The hell with 5. I'm gonna hit you up in about 2. I'm gonna hit you up in about 2 years.
I'm gonna find out what kind of Christian you are real quick.
Let's talk about that blessing in 2 years. It's like when you start cutting the grass once every 2 weeks instead of 1. Because you start off cutting the grass like once every 3 or 4 days. It's like, oh yeah, man, because mine yard gonna be the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then the next thing you know, you're like, all right, I can spend a day now. You know what's one day?
And now it's like 110.
Yeah, and
you're like, why do I have to do this again?
Hey,
where's the person to do this for me?
We ain't trying to turn this into that owning a house episode.
No.
Go back to one of the episodes and say owning a house.
And we're not being pessimists. We are blessed with our house.
We are blessed.
We love our house.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a house is a living, breathing thing.
Yeah.
I know I've said it in like episode 6 or 10
or
80.
Whichever one that says owning a house.
I know I did because I know who I am. It is a living, breathing thing. You have to treat it as such. And if you have a part of your house you never go in, you better, because you got spiders, you got mice, you got something, rust, a leak, you got something going in that room you've never been in. You need to go check it out.
You need to go check it out. So check it out.
You need some holy water.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you
some salt, maybe.
When it comes to owning a home, if you haven't been in a room, in one of those rooms in a week, you're wrong. You may have visitors.
You have to.
You may have visitors.
When you own a home, you have to live in your home, and that means every room in it. So if you don't have a lot of kids and you have more rooms.
Yep. 100% facts.
Yeah.
No, you're right, baby. Like it's one of those things. Like if you get, like what you say, more kids and you got rooms.
Well, or if you have, less kids and more rooms.
Yeah.
You have to, if your kids aren't in those rooms, you have to go open the door. I did it tonight.
Yeah.
With a couple of rooms. Turn on the light.
Yeah.
Speak loudly.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Sing, whatever. Stomp around.
Yeah.
Open the closets. Open the window. Whatever you need to do to let critters know you live there.
So I have to touch on one more life lesson real quick.
Wow.
So I had to hum the song in my head to not forget the life lesson. Yeah, I was sick because is that why you're looking at me? Because I was humming the song. She was like, "Are you aware we're recording?" No, I'm not. So I had to hum the song as to not forget my point.
Oh, okay.
So I had to hum it. This is something that I do. Let me hum this.
What episode? You're gonna forget.
Okay, so here it is. So I had to hum this song. So yeah, I don't know if you guys, some of you may listen to Lil Nas X. Some of you may be like, hey, that's too much for me. Okay, whatever. So one of the lessons, the life lessons that I had to learn, not even, no, you know what? No, I will say I had to learn it too. One of the life lessons I had to learn is just because I don't believe in a person's lifestyle does not mean that I can't enjoy the things that this person put out.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X is a prime example. I love his music.
You can love their talent.
I love his music.
You can respect their talent.
Whether I agree with the lifestyle that he leads, that's his lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But I love his music. I do. Don't care if you agree. He has a lot.
I feel the same way about the baby.
The baby. Yeah, and I like the baby. The baby is good. I like Lil Baby too. But anyway,
I don't know him personally.
No, but I like his music.
I don't agree with maybe.
I don't agree with a lot of things that he said.
Care. I'm not a part of cancel culture.
That's
do
so maybe the life lesson is that cancel culture shouldn't be applied to satisfy the masses.
Well, and maybe part of that life lesson is also something I've always been, which is it's hard. It's hard. I love people, and you'll hear me on here 80-something episodes. I hate people because I do. I hate the stuff that comes out of your mouths because you're not getting it. I love people. We are human. Mm-hmm. I love animals and plants and pests and all of it. Insects, bugs. He can attest to that.
Yeah.
And it's not this. In my son and everybody has always said about me, oh, there's Pollyanna. No, it's because you're going to learn from those things. But why can't we just appreciate what the human does? Why does it have to be this cancel culture of, but he believes this? I don't care. Have you heard of a Puritan?
Yeah.
Have you heard of burning witches? Have you heard of what happened? Religious persecution? Have you heard of freedom? Have you heard of what happened to the Native Americans? Have you heard of what happened?
Yeah.
Like,
if you are still with us, these are all still life lessons. So, it ain't about, this is not.
How can you not? Like, the life lesson is, we're here. We are on a rock hurtling through space at like 350,000 miles per hour.
Yeah. And not only, so I have to say this.
We're astronauts.
I have to say this. Just speaking
with
on
limited oxygen.
Truth.
That is burning. So there's your life lesson. Have fun with your coffee because you're going to have a whole bunch of anxiety today after listening to me.
Yep. So, but I have to say this, on that same thing, I said Lil Nas X, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so when you said the baby, and so let's talk about something that nobody wants to hear. R. Kelly. Dun, 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 dun. R. Kelly. That man is
that made the service dog go nuts.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we can't scream
but
like that.
It's true.
Yeah, so chill out.
Why can't I enjoy the talent? Why can't I separate? I guess that's the life lesson. There's another life lesson. Separate the talent from the person. Nobody that has talent, nobody that is breathing, nobody that is human, nobody that has ever lived, walked the earth is without sin.
100%.
Boom. And they suck and screw that. And you don't have to like it. But why can't I enjoy the talent?
Truth. Because at the end of the day, if you guys don't see our dog, she goes crazy. She doesn't like loud noises. We got a little loud there. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can see our dog.
It's October. I get to scream.
Yeah. But so we have to say, and she's obviously knocking over the table. But one of the things that we also have to say is this. Like the R. Kelly thing, I saw something on Facebook that it was talking about D.L. Hughley. They was like, hey, somebody asked D.L. Hughley, will you still listen to R. Kelly? And he said, yeah, I will. And it was like, even after everything he did, and he know what his response was. I don't even know if this is true. This is something I saw on Facebook.
I'm going to look it up.
Right. So of course it must be true. I saw it on Facebook. So, and his response was, do you still sing the national anthem knowing what America has done?
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
So I don't look for those listening to this. Like I said, I don't know if that's true, but you won't hear me say that. You'll only hear that I said D.L. Hughley said this. And I didn't find it, so it's not true. Whatever.
Yeah, no,
But
CNN, March
on-
8th, 2019.
Yeah.
Actor says he won't stop listening to R. Kelly.
yeah, because he
Deal
said,
legally.
and he said, you still sing the national anthem knowing what America has done to, Indians,
But
blacks, all this other stuff,
but
Asian Americans, all of that.
Are
still
you
sing the
still,
national anthem, right?
Are you still going to watch this comedian because of that? Are you still going to watch that movie because of this?
You know what? Here's a bigger
Because of
knowledge
that
bomb.
actor? Because of that? That's what the story meant? Are you still going to read that book that Mark Twain wrote?
Yeah, because the N-word was used profusely because it was okay then. Where's the cancel
Are
culture
you
in that?
going to watch Al Jolson and learn about America's cinematic history?
Right. However, these are life lessons. So I'd be remiss to say, don't you still listen to Biden, even though he said, if you don't vote for him, you're not black? Don't you still listen for, don't you still listen to Trump when he says, oh, I'm gonna make fun of a special needs person, blah, 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 blah. And then we'll sing the ignition song, boom. It's a life, yeah, it's a life lesson. If you're still listening, weekday.
Baby, we about to have us some fun.
Yeah, and
I
that's for
changed
sure.
the words.
So I'm gonna
But
tell y'all like this,
That's
life
a life
lesson.
lesson.
That's a life
That's
lesson.
a life lesson.
Look,
We're
if
human.
you were listening,
Don't tell me Michelangelo didn't pull some shit. Don't tell me Raphael didn't pull some. Yeah, I'm not talking about the Ninja Turtles either.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about the artists, popes, priests.
Boom.
All of it.
Life lessons.
People were burned,
Life
drawn
lessons.
and quartered. People were hurt, killed,
Life
murdered
lessons.
by people that said they were not who they were.
Speak on it.
Stop it.
Speak.
We're human.
Speak on it. So look, that's just life lessons.
On a rock.
Hey, here's the thing.
Hurtling through space.
Most of the time, life lessons comes out. We really like putting this one in there because even when we came up with all these fishbowl topics, we said, hey, you do know that this one's going to cause a stir. Of course, that's what we're here for. We're here to make you. We're not
I
here.
didn't even think about that.
We're here to make you think, because you can't say your point without proving ours in another aspect.
Another life
when
lesson.
it comes to this.
You hurt the one you love. Another life lesson. Proverbs is true. Another life lesson.
Yep.
When you don't want love, it'll walk in the door.
It'll walk through the door
at a bar where
Yeah.
you're just trying to make a buck.
Exactly. And then
And you've sworn off everybody.
and then you'll end up making a podcast together.
Tell us your life
Tell us
lessons.
your life lessons, guys. Hey,
DMWATSpodcast@gmail.com or DMWATSpodcast.com.
yeah, you guys know where to find us. Look, you may not agree with us if you haven't
Don't
cursed
care.
us.
Write us. Let us
That's
know.
fine. You probably has cursed us out, but you're still
Hey,
listening.
give
If
us
you
a
haven't
fishbowl topic. How about that?
If you're still listening,
It's getting a
cool.
little thin,
Getting
people.
a little thin, but we got more to come. Trust me, there's so much going on in both of our heads that will be filled back up in no time. So we gotta tell you guys, you know where to find us. Go ahead, baby, do your thing with the streaming services. All the streaming services. There you go. If you're watching us on YouTube, hey, thanks. Hey, everybody. That's
Hi,
what it is.
YouTube.
So, and catch us on all the other streaming services. Facebook, yeah, haven't done. You get it.
I don't do
But
Twitter.
We don't. Yeah.
I
Twitter.
never did.
Yeah, but Podbean, Insta,
Yeah, YouTube.
all the other. Yeah, look,
it doesn't matter.
Spotify. You guys know
Life
it.
lesson.
If you can
You
find
get
a
older,
podcast,
social media doesn't matter.
if you got a podcast that you're listening to, find us on whatever station you listen to that podcast. Doge, AMC, let's speak it together. Sheba, baby. Sheba. If you're not watching us, we just high five. So Sheba to the moon. That's what we're doing. You guys, it's a revolution.
Love Sheba.
Hey, we are back. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Signing off for DMWATS podcast. I am David.
I'm Missy.
And we are DMWATS. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow with more controversial